Do you know there is such a man who grew tired of living in the big city and returned to his hometown, where he now uses all his knowledge and resourcefulness to dig a house in the mountains? Could you build a house like this? Hello everyone, welcome to the Machine Eye channel. This video mainly shares with you a Chinese man who digs a hole in a mountain and turns it into an amazing apartment. This man was not so poor that he could not afford a house in a big city, but to realize his architectural dream when he was a child. He spent 2 years building a 3-room stone house under a cliff. The whole stone house is his independent completion from the excavation, design, construction, and decoration. Let a person have to sign, the master in the folk car. The folk master is named Tiger's elder brother. It is said that he alone can be worth a decoration team. Speaking of building a house, many people may think that it is a very common thing. But this engineer isn't building an ordinary house, but dug stone houses on the stone walls of the mountains. We can see from the film, the whole stone house looks very beautiful, and the first floor, garden, fish pond, and other projects have been completed. Many people must be very curious. Chisel a mountain to build a house. Such an incredible project. This man alone, a person, is how to do it. As we all know, the first step in building a house is to find the right place. Because in the mountains, the environment is more complex, with overgrown vegetation. Before the project starts, removing all the weeds and trees is the first step. It takes more time and energy to dig stone houses than to build on flat ground. To do such a job, not only to have patience, but also to have enough physical strength and perseverance. And limited by the site environment, construction machinery simply cannot enter the construction site. So at first, we saw that the man had been drilling the wall with an ordinary rig. Such physical work, if the body is not strong enough, simply cannot complete. We saw the man cleaning up the stone and dirt cut down from the rig. The talented architect wanted to be more comfortable in the future and to tile the floor of the stone house. The work is also done by himself. The mud floor at the door of the stone house, the architect also made into a concrete floor. In addition, below the door of the stone house, the architect built a fish pond himself, which raised a few more fish and some aquatic plants. In the courtyard outside the stone house, the architect planted various flowers and trees to make it a beautiful garden. Although there is no rare grass, after the architect's clever design, the whole garden and stone house complement each other and look very harmonious and very beautiful. The architect was a wonderful carpenter. The bed in the stone house was made by the architect himself. In addition to the bed, the windows on the stone house are also done by him. And to make a circular arch roof, if there is no professional knowledge, the average person really cannot do it. The window frames, the bed frames, the object shelves, and the window screens on the window were also completed by the architect himself. And he was not only a capable carpenter, but he sewed quite well. In addition to the basic furniture, the architect even considered the stone house storage to receive more things, especially making a lot of niches, including the position of the bed. He also made a niche, convenient to put some personal items, next to the desk, but also made a group of shelves. The shape looks very novel and special. And in the early construction of the stone house, the architect had taken water, electricity, network, and so on all into account. Not only that, but the stone house also installed a water heater, so that when you leave here later, you can take a hot bath every day. The architect has now moved into the stone house. Many netizens also began to doubt that in such an environment, the stone house would not be very humid. There is no damp problem in the stone house because when the construction, the architect did the stone house ventilation very well. So living here is warm in winter and cool in summer. It will be very comfortable. Many people may think that this house does not look very luxurious, but in fact, it is really difficult to build a stone house. The talented architect spent 2 whole years, or not completely building it. His perseverance has also touched many netizens. He is a diligent and resourceful man, relying on pure genius and effort to complete such a project by himself. Some people say that he is simply an all-round player, mason, carpentry, electrician, garden planning, all is his own person, is a master in the folk. But also some netizens think that his private building of stone houses was destroying the ecological environment, and there are no government approval procedures. So his illegal building of stone houses was reported to the local authorities. Now the architect has been given a stop work notice. But the architect said the original idea of building the stone house was just to fulfill his childhood dream, not simply to dwell. In the past 2 years, the Chinese architect has paid incredible efforts and sweat. What do you think of Chinese man digs a hole in a mountain and turns it into an amazing apartment? Watch this review and tell us what you think. Enjoy!